Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an Ulta haul to share with you. I have not done a beauty haul in a really long time, so I went to Ulta this past week and I thought, hey, why not do a haul? Especially because the one thing that I went into Ulta for resulted in a big old bag of goodies. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I picked up from Ulta, then just keep watching. So the main reason I wanted to go to Ulta was because I wanted to check out the new Urban Decay Naked Heat palette in person, and I ended up bringing it home with me. Now, I know this was available online for a couple of weeks before it was in store, but I didn't want to purchase it until I could play with it and swatch it in person. Over the years, the Naked palettes have been very hit or miss for me, just because I had found other brands and other formulas of eyeshadows that I preferred better. But after trying the Naked Ultimate Basics palette, I really wanted to try the formula of the Naked Heat in person, because the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, everyday eyeshadow palette. I love the formula of those eyeshadows. They're so pigmented and they're so easy to work with and to apply. It's just a no-brainer for that palette. I love it so much. So I was so happy that the formula in that palette transitioned into the new Naked palette. When I first went into the store, I did not buy this. Only because I have the Anastasia Renaissance palette and I felt that they were maybe too similar, because there are some shades in the Naked Heat that are like identical to the shades in the Renaissance palette. So when I first went to Ulta, I didn't buy this, but I had to go back because I had to make a return, and I stopped by this palette one more time and I decided to get it because I couldn't stop thinking about it. And while I was there, I went ahead and put both the palettes side by side and swatched both the palettes. And while there are similar shades, the palettes are very different. So I went ahead and decided to get it just because I really like the new formula that they're working with these days. I don't know if they changed it or what. It seems very different to me compared to the first Naked palette that I ever got. So yeah, if you like warm tones, you're gonna love this palette. I have it on my eyes today, but I just did a straight matte look with it today. If you wanna see more of like a way out there, like full-on glam eye using this palette, I was wearing it in my 11-month baby update, which was my last video, I believe. Maybe 2 videos back, I'm not sure, but I'll have it linked down below. But yeah, this is a really great palette. It's a great formula. I know that some people are iffy about this palette just because they may have similar shades in their collection, and you might, but if you have a palette or eyeshadows that are a better formula, you're gonna reach for it a lot more. So I say definitely check this bad boy out in person if you haven't already. Next up, I have 2 hair care products, and they're shampoo and conditioner. And to my surprise, the jumbo bottles were on sale when I went into Ulta, so I decided to get 2 of the Kenra shampoo and conditioners. I am new to the Kenra hair care line, but I've always heard nothing but great things. So since the jumbo bottles are on sale, I decided to go ahead and try them out because I have not been very happy with my shampoo and conditioner as of late. So I went with the volumizing shampoo and the moisturizing conditioner. I've only washed my hair twice since purchasing these, and one thing that I can say is that the volumizing shampoo is very clarifying, which apparently I really needed because my hair felt super light and was really easy to style after I washed my hair with this. So I'm pretty sure it's to do with the volumizing shampoo, because I think a lot of volumizing shampoos typically are pretty clarifying. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, because I definitely could be wrong, but I feel like I've heard that before. And then the moisturizing conditioner I really like because it doesn't weigh my hair down. It's not super heavy, and a lot of moisturizing conditioners can be really heavy and make my hair weigh down and look greasy, but this one doesn't. So far so good. If anything funky happens or my hair starts looking crazy, I'll definitely let you guys know, but so far I really like the Kenra line. Next up, I have my trusty old Maybelline gel liner. I love this eyeliner, but it dries out really fast. So I purchased these before, basically when I'm halfway through like a little jar, I have to repurchase because they dry out. I know that there's things that I can buy to help keep my eyeliners from drying out, but it's so inexpensive that it's just easier for me to just buy a new one. So I get it in the shade Blackest Black. It's my favorite eyeliner. I've tried doing pens, I've tried doing liquid liners, and they just don't work for me. I can't do them. I'm horrible at them. I don't know. So I have to use a brush and a gel pot liner. So that's my favorite. I got another Urban Decay product, and this time it's the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I use used mine in the shade Fair Neutral. This is my second tube of this. I didn't originally purchase this when I made my first Ulta purchase, which is the return that I made and what resulted in me actually picking up the Naked Heat. I originally purchased the Becwa Aqua Luminous Concealer because I had never tried it before, and I really liked the Aqua Luminous foundation for like my more natural days, but I did not like the concealer. I thought it was just awful. It was so bad. First of all, the shade line, like the shade range and the shades in that whole Aqua Luminous collection are way off. They're much darker than you would think that they would be. But the concealer, the formula was just not good. It was thin, but it was just kind of patchy and just very blah. Like, I want my concealers to make my under eyes look nice and bright and awake and hydrated, and that just did nothing for me. If anything, it aged me. So if you've been on the fence about the Aqua Luminous concealer, my verdict is a no-go. So yeah, I picked up the Naked Skin again, and when I first used the Naked Skin concealer, I didn't like it, but I had to find like a way for it to work for me because I really liked the color of it. And basically, I just have to make sure that my under eyes are very hydrated before I apply it. So I have to apply like my under eye moisturizer right before I do my makeup, or else it's gonna look pretty dry underneath my eyes. But I like this for my more natural days because it's a very thin formula, so it's not like super heavy, it doesn't get super cakey or anything, but it is a little bit drying, so I just have to make sure that my under eyes are very hydrated before I use it. Lastly, I have two Anastasia products. The first is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and I love the brow powder, mainly because I like a really natural brow, and the brow powder is just super easy. But since it's summertime, it's very humid out, and we're going to the pool pretty regularly, I wanted a waterproof brow product because I do like to do my brows even if I'm not doing anything else, because my brows are naturally very light. So I kind of look like an alien if I don't at least fill in my brows, because they're so much lighter than the hair on my head. And my root, this is my natural hair color, this kind of like mousy, ashy brown, but my brows are blonde, so it looks a little funny. So I get the shade medium brown, and that's the shade of my brow powder as well. But I prefer the Brow Wiz to like the brow pomade. I do not like the brow pomade. It's way too intense for me. So yeah, I decided to choose the pencil as my waterproof brow choice. Last but not least, I no longer have the packaging for this product, but I was gonna show it anyways, and it's one of the new Anastasia blush trios. I got mine in the shade Peachy Love, and these are the shades here. If you like peachy blushes, you're gonna love the color choice in this little palette here. But here's the thing, these blushes are not bad, but there's nothing spectacular about them either. I was wondering why I hadn't really seen or heard anyone talk about the Anastasia blushes, and I think that that's why. I think they're very hit or miss, because they're not bad, but they're not great. And usually whenever Anastasia puts out a product, it's usually pretty great. So for these to just kind of be pretty basic, I think that's why they're not getting a whole lot of buzz. Here's the colors here. The colors are very pretty, and they swatch pretty well too. They're not super pigmented when you swatch them, but you don't want a super pigmented blush because then you're just gonna look like a clown. So the colors are nice. I like that you can mix them together. I like that there's 3 different ones because you have a lot of variety and you have a lot of blush choices. The formula isn't the greatest. So I say if you're interested in these, check them out in person first. Don't order them online. I think you need to see just like kind of what the formula looks like and what the colors look like in person before you purchase. Okay guys, that is going to be it for today's Ulta haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like hauls and if you enjoyed this one, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I have a baby clothing haul coming soon for you. It's mostly baby girl. I'm gonna throw in a few of my toddler boy things, but it's mostly baby girl clothing haul. And then I have a new bag reveal coming soon. I bought a new handbag and I really wanna share it with you guys, so that video is gonna be coming soon too, as well as the occasional vlogs and all that fun stuff. I have a very well-rounded channel. I do a lot of different things. So if you're interested in like vlogs, mommy related content and a little bit of beauty and lifestyle added in as well, then I think you'd really enjoy my channel. So I would love it if you would consider subscribing down below. But that's gonna be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys again very soon.